Is your home designed for form, function, or feeling? Welcome to GA Atelier, the podcast where intentional interior design meets mindful living. I'm your host, Jihan Askar, and I'm here with you on this journey to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle, while elevating our everyday life at home. So step inside my design workshop and let's design your home together. So today I want to explore something that I think is at the core of every beautifully designed space: the balance between form, function, and feeling. For me, these three elements are the foundation of a great design. Each one plays a role in shaping your home in a way that is, of course, functional, beautiful, but also emotionally resonates with you. Because what truly makes a house, a home, is how it makes you feel. So you've probably heard the phrase form follows function. It's a key principle in architecture and design, and it emphasizes that space should first serve its purpose, so the function, before focusing on aesthetics, so form. So function first, then form. And it makes sense. What good is a stunning living room if there's nowhere comfortable to sit, or a beautifully designed kitchen that maybe lacks storage and efficiency? But I believe function alone isn't enough. Yes, maybe at some point that was really important in creating spaces and homes, but now I feel like we have so many opportunities to move beyond that. Because a home that works is, of course, essential, but a home also that looks good is what makes it beautiful, at least to you. So form is what makes a space inviting and visually appealing. It's what gives you and your space a chance to reflect your personality. It's where you get to play and explore what you love in terms of, decor and furniture and layout, and just to really storytell with the objects that you choose, the layout that you choose. You are celebrating your story, your style, your unique style, especially at home. But here's this thing also. A space can be both functional and beautiful, but it still feels off. Like there's something missing. There's an emotional layer maybe that is missing. And this is where feeling comes in. So for me, this is what truly makes a home or any space, again, special. And in fact, I like to ask that question. That's the first question I ask my clients when we're working on a space. How do you want to feel in that space? How does your space make you feel right now? And how do you ultimately want it to make you feel? And this is really what dictates the design direction. This is the part of the design that's deeply personal because it's really what resonates with you, how you want to feel in that space. It's all about the ambiance, that intangible feel of a space that we can't really quite explain sometimes. It's how form and function come together in a unique way, your home. So, a room can be impeccably styled, but it still feels cold or uninviting, or it can have even small imperfections, but still feels warm and comfortable and has a lot of personality. So it's quite subjective. And this is, I think, what makes it a little bit hard to achieve, or people tend to not think about it and just focus on that functionality, which is kind of the easiest one to accomplish out of all three. And then the style, maybe they copy a style, they copy a trend, but then the feeling is really what's hard to define, I guess. And it takes a little bit more thinking and reflecting to get to that point. So think about your own home. Are they spaces that function well and they look good, but something is lacking? Feeling is sometimes the missing piece in that space. So with all of that, I want you to also still think that the key is not really choosing one over the other. Ideally, like I said in the beginning, is to really have a perfect balance of the three: the form, the function, and the feeling. And, a home maybe that prioritizes function, then you are lacking that feel or that aesthetic piece. Or a home that is all about form, but then it's not really functional or it's impractical. And then a home also that ignores the feeling just, again, will look beautiful and function well, but you will feel that something is missing and you can't really explain what is missing. But anyway, hopefully all of that makes sense to you, this is really how I created my interior design studio, just really based on that. So yes, of course, we will create something that is functional and design something that is beautiful, but also focusing on that feeling. How do we want to feel in that space? How do we want to experience that space? So if this is something you want to explore in your home and see if this is maybe the missing piece in your design, but you're not sure where to begin, I invite you to explore my Atelier Privé. It's a private, month-long design experience that is tailored just for you and your home. And this is where we really take our time to explore these concepts. So we'll look, of course, at the functionality. For me, that's the easiest really part of the design, is to solve these problems. I love doing that. We'll look at the aesthetic. This is where your own style or what you like, we will explore that. And instead of just copying what we see online or the trends, we just try to really hone in on your style and how do you want to reflect that in your home. And then the third one, of course, is that feeling. How do you want to feel at home? What is maybe even one word you want to describe how you want to feel in a space or a specific room? So over the course of 4 design sessions, we'll curate, refine, and elevate your space through these 3 elements. And we'll have that vision that aligns with your style, your lifestyle, your aspirations, and ultimately creating a home that truly reflects and supports you and where you feel great. So if this resonates with you, check the link in the show notes to see that offer. I am offering just a few spots so that I can give full attention, because the design sessions take a long time and it's over a course of a month. So check that in the show notes, and I'll see you hopefully in one of my design sessions. Anyway, I hope today's episode has inspired you to look at your own space with a new perspective, and not just in terms of how it looks or functions, but also how it makes you feel. Thank you for joining my atelier. If you loved this episode, maybe share it with a friend or leave a review, and I'll see you in the next episode.